Claire, when was the best Halloween day in your whole life?
My best Halloween day was when I was 6 years old. I was dressed up as a princess because that time I love princesses. When I got to school, I was surprised because the school looked like a haunted house. First, we did some writing practice, and then we went to the first activity. My first activity was the lost haunted house. When I went there, I was just walking very quietly until a giant tarantula was running toward me, and I screamed so hard. I ran as fast as I could because next to me there was an older sister who had her hair tangled in the giant tarantula. The giant tarantula was just kept saying rah rah rah, so I ran quickly as I could. Also, there were some witches, other giant spiders, bees, bats, and all kinds of scary stuff. Also, there was a giant zombie toward me. I was really freaked out, and then I ran as fast as I could, but before I could run, the teacher stopped me and gave me a piece of candy. But I came home with a feeling that upset me because I had half full of candy, but the other half full of candy. I wanted to know what it was, but I found that there was a little hole on the back of it. So I realized that I was dropping candy all the way home, and I figured it out with some tape. My next Halloween was when I was 7 years old. At that time, there was not so much Halloween birthday party because since now we're 7 years old. But first, we went to a small area where there's a real pumpkin where we get to pull out pumpkin seeds. Also, there was a thing called "What's in the Pumpkin?" And when it was my turn, I put my hand in there, and there was a pair of eyeballs, which was just an eyeball shaped like a jelly. I was tricked, and I was really mad at that time, but I kept smiling because it was really fun to pick out those eyeballs. At the end of the party, the teacher passed out the treats. The friends had the treats except for me. My mom forgot about the treats, and I was furious when I went home because I was the only one who didn't give out sweets, and I was very embarrassed at that time. I remember my younger brother's birthday at Halloween too. At that time, when I was at preschool, he took pictures with an American person. Jason was wearing a policeman costume. He had a straight face because if it was a Korean person, he would best smile brightly, but since it was an American person, he had a straight line on his face. But it didn't look like it was a great picture because since Jason had a straight line on his mouth, the man had a straight line on his mouth.